everybody, this is Robbie Parker, and I'm going to be joined by Big D from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, and we're going to be doing our review for the 2004 movie, The Incredibles. So in this movie, Bob Parr has had to give up his superhero days due to being sued by someone that he was trying to save. And, him along with his wife, Helen, have started a family, and 15 years after they quit being superheroes, Bob is called on to do a mysterious assignment and get back into the costume. And soon Helen and the kids have to go rescue him from this island. So before I get into my part, I'm going to let Big D do his part and everything, so take it away, Big D.
Hey everyone, this is the Big D here, and I'm going to be collabing with Robbie once again. This time we're going to be reviewing Disney and Pixar's super heroic film of a super family, that is, The Incredibles from 2004. Now, the film tells the story of Bob and Helen Parr, a superhero couple respectively known as Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl, who hide their powers in accordance with a government mandate that outlawed superheroes and attempt to live a quiet suburban life with their 3 children. However, Bob's desire to help people draws the entire family into a confrontation with a vengeful fan turned foe. As this turned out to be a real fun experience of a Disney Pixar film, it's become one of my absolute favorites. Now, I like how this film starts off with Mr. Incredible trying to stop a supervillain called Bon Voyage from robbing a building, but is interrupted by his devoted fanboy, Buddy Pine, who seeks out to become his sidekick, but he gets turned down. So, after this, he would soon become married to Helen, aka Elastigirl, and they would have 3 kids, Violet, Dash, and Jack Jack. And, well, that's really something. Still, Bob misses his good old days of being a superhero, but soon decides to moonlight as a vigilante with his friend Lucius Best, aka Frozone. And let me tell you, it really turned out to be pretty cool. Soon, Bob is offered a mission secretly by a woman named Marat to subdue a giant robot called the Omnitroid. Well, and he succeeds. But he wants to get back in shape and gets help from costume designer Edna Mode. But soon, Bob gets called back into action and, well, soon encounters Syndrome, who just so happens to be Buddy, his former fan, now turned supervillain. Now, I absolutely love this movie. The Incredibles is another one of my many favorite Disney Pixar films. I like the direction and the story that was done by Brad Bird, who also helped the cult classic film, The Iron Giant. Michael Giacchino, who would later go on to work on the scores from numerous Disney Pixar films, did such an amazing job with the score. And I like the way how this film turned out to be like an extension of 60s comic books and spy films. But overall, I think The Incredibles was a blast from start to finish. I really was impressed with it. It did so well. A sequel came out many years later, 14 years later as a matter of fact, in June of 2018. Aside from Brad Bird's direction and Michael Giacchino's score, I absolutely do love the voice acting cast. We have Craig T. Nelson, who most people would know of TV's Coach. Also, we've seen on Young Sheldon and Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage as Mr. Incredible. The rest of the cast consists of Holly Hunter, voicing Helen Parr, aka Elastigirl, she's good. Sarah Vowell as Violet, eldest of the Parr kids, very good. Spencer Fox as Dash, good. Jason Lee does a good job as Syndrome. Also, we have Samuel L. Jackson as Frozone, Elizabeth Pena as Mirage, and the director and writer of this film himself, Brad Bird, as the voice of Edna Mode. He does a great job with the costumes for The Incredibles. So in the end, The Incredibles is such an awesome Disney Pixar film. This is a film I would definitely recommend because it has great characters, great story, great direction, great score, great atmosphere, etc., etc., etc. So, as always, thank you for making me a part of this, Robbie, and until our next collab, this is the Big D saying, see ya.
Thank you, Big D. It was great to have you on here as always. I always enjoy collabing with you and everything. And so, I absolutely love this movie. This is one of Pixar's absolute best, something that I say a lot and everything, because Pixar always has great movies. And this is another one of their best ones from their golden age and everything. The story is really well written and engaging from start to finish and everything. Like, it doesn't slow down ever, and it's entertaining throughout the whole movie and everything. I absolutely love it. The characters are absolutely some of my favorite characters from Pixar, especially Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl. They're both really, really good. And Syndrome is hands down Pixar's best villain. I absolutely love him and everything. He's a really, really great villain. But Violet and Dash are also really likable characters, and Baby Jack Jack is adorable too. I love all of the voice cast as well. Craig T. Nelson and Holly Hunter do a really great job bringing Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl to life. Their voices are awesome, and Jason Lee is amazing as Syndrome. I had recently heard that Jack Black almost did the voice of Syndrome, and while I do think he would have been a fine choice and everything, I'm really glad that it went to Jason Lee. He was just really funny and really good as the character. And I will say the animation holds up really well and everything. I was very impressed by how good the animation holds up on this movie and everything. And this was the first Pixar movie where the main characters were humans and stuff, so that it could have aged really poorly and stuff like some other animated movies have, but it really hasn't. It holds up really, really well. It doesn't look bad at all and everything. The score, almost an animation again. The score by Michael Giacchino is amazing too. It's absolutely one of the best scores for a Pixar movie, if not the best. I actually really would say that this is one of their very absolute best scores. It's just absolute fire and perfect for this movie. And I love the family dynamic between the heroes and stuff. It's just really, really well written and stuff. You don't really see movies like this where it's a family of superheroes and stuff, and it's just done really, really well. And I feel like both Incredibles movies brings the theme of family in a way that is told really, really well and stuff. I love that and everything too. And the big battle at the end of the movie is always fun to watch. It's a blast and everything, seeing the family working together and stuff. My favorite part is when they're all fighting the people on the island and stuff, and when they very first team up, but when they team up in the city and stuff is really cool too. And everything, and Frozone joining in and helping them is a lot of fun too. And I love the part where like Frozone is like, "Where's my super suit?" and his wife is like, "What do you want to know?" And it's just really funny banter between Frozone and his wife, and it's just really, really well done and everything. So there isn't really much about this movie that I dislike. Like, all of the cast are great, the characters are all lovable, they all have good depth to them and stuff. They all have relatability and stuff. Now that I'm getting older and stuff, I find Bob Parr to be a lot more relatable and stuff, wanting to relive his glory days when he was younger and stuff. That anybody that gets older can relate to that and everything. And while I'm not quite as old as Bob is in this movie and stuff, I will still say that I relate to him more now than I used to. Although he might be close to the same age as me. Dang, I'm getting old. But anyway, as far as negatives go, I really don't have any. This movie is just, it's perfect. There really isn't anything I can say about it it's bad. I love The Incredibles and stuff. So all in all, I think this is an awesome, action-packed, fun time, and it's easily one of the greatest superhero movies ever made for sure. It's one of my favorites of all time. I've always loved this one and everything. So I'm going to say I give The Incredibles a 10 out of 10. It's a really great movie, and it's always been a great movie to me. I absolutely love this movie. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of The Incredibles, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody. I just want to say thank you for watching this video and everything. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe and share this video with your friends and get more people going, help the channel grow. I really appreciate it, and thank you all, and have a good day.